morning, children. Today we are going to start with another important chapter from grammar, and this chapter is change of the voice. My dear children, up to class 8 you have learned the basic of the grammar, and it is a time for us to revise the grammar. Why? Because once you are expert in grammar, then you can understand the sentence structure. So, you can understand the meaning or the sense, and that will help you in your extensive studies, particularly in the reading part that is introduced by CBSE now. So, you can go for all sort of reading like skimming, scanning and extensive reading. Therefore, my dear children, in CBSE, so this part is tested as applied form of the grammar. For this reason, what you are supposed to know, suppose when we will be discussing about this voice change, there will be a lot of terms related to it, and you will have to refer to all these terms. You will have to go to the chapters, in those chapters, in order to clear your doubt. And here I will try my level best to clear your doubt related to the changing of the voice. First, my dear children, let us see what is voice. Can you tell what is the voice? Voice is related to transitive verb. Have you heard of transitive verb? So, verb is having two forms. One is transitive verb, another one is intransitive verb. Intransitive verb, T-R-A-N, G-T-I-V, transitive. This one is intransitive, intransitive. Now, as the name tells, this transitive means this is having the object. When the particular verb will have the object, then it will be called the transitive verb, and if it is not having object, then it will be called the intransitive verb. Have you got it? And now, when we are going to change the voice from active to passive, in all cases, so only the transitive verb, those transitive verb can be changed into the other form of the voice, that is the passive voice. Is it clear? Therefore, so if you are asked to give the definition, if you are asked the definition of what is a voice, then you will have to tell that voice is that form, that transitive form of the verb, that form of the verb, that form of the transitive verb, whether something is being done, have you got it, or something is going to be done. That means whether the verb is active or verb is passive, on the basis of that the change of the voice is made. So, while we will be discussing these terms, so you will have to be familiar with a lot of things. So, you will have to know the three forms of the verb. How many forms? Three forms. Form number 1, form number 2, form number 3. Form number first is present form. Form number second is past form, and the last one is past participle, PPT or past participle. That means for all this verb, and again there are two forms of the verb. Verb is having strong verb and weak verb. So, I am just telling the terms and you will have to refer to these terms. Okay, you will have to consult the book, okay, for further necessary understanding, so that you can be thorough with what is a weak verb. Otherwise, if I tell all this weak verb and strong verb, if I tell the related terms, okay, continuously, then our very purpose of telling the voice change will be incomplete. Have you got it? Therefore, the verb is having the strong form and the weak form. So, this verb is having three forms. One is present tense, past tense and past participle. Like the verb is go, the past tense will be went and past participle will be gone. So, these are the three forms: first form, second form, third form. Therefore, when you are writing, when you are going for changing of the voice, when you are going for changing of the voice to other voice, means from active to passive, then the form of the verb will be certainly the third form or the past participle form of the verb will be used. Therefore, you will have to see the different forms of the verb, That means you will have to be very thorough. There should not be any kind of doubt. Say for example, my dear children, many times what happen if we do not know this one, then what happens, suppose you want to change this voice into passive, then if you do not know, suppose know, present tense, past tense K-N-E-W, knew, past participle is K-N-O-W-N, known. Now, my dear children, if you do not know these three different forms, then what will happen? So, you will be writing anything, and therefore it is better that you go to the table of these three forms of the verb. Memorize all this. This may be weak verb or strong verb. Another thing that you will have to see is the to be verb. To be verb. Now again see what is a to be verb. To be verb is, there are three in am, is, are. Three in the present and two in the past. Was and were, these are in the past. These things you will have to be very much clear. Another important thing is that this is auxiliary verb. I am writing the short form AB. AB means auxiliary verb. You will have to be very thorough with the auxiliary verb. So now I will be telling you will just remember this auxiliary verb. These auxiliary verbs are also called anomalous finite. So for that you will have to go to that particular chapter of the modals or the auxiliary verbs. You will have to see that part. So these auxiliary verbs am, is, are, was, were, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, ought, dare, need, must. Okay, and another is there have, has, had. So these are the various form of the auxiliaries, and you will also have to know it very clearly, so that you can do or you can change the voice beautifully without any doubt. Okay, and in CBSE, so when you are changing the voice, so direct question will not be asked like he saw the tiger was seen by him. This sort of question will not come. So the question will come, some of the part of the question will be given, like the same question, he saw the tiger, passive form will be written, that the tiger, then dash will be put. In the dash you will have to supply the verb form in the passive, was seen by him, that will be supplied, that will be given. So in this way you will have to be very much thorough with the auxiliary verbs or helping verbs or finite to in order to do the voice, in order to change the voice from active to passive. My dear children, I suppose you understood it well. Have you got it? Then let us see. So, first let me erase. Okay, my dear children, so I will be now going to the way how to change the voice. First, I will be giving one example, and then slowly and gradually we will go to the basic of the rules, how to change the voice from active to the passive. Then you will come to understand, and accordingly we will prepare. So, we will be taking the sentences on the basis of their tenses. Therefore, in this part you will also know the various form of the tense, basically present tense, past tense, future. You will have to also know the 4 different forms of the present, past and future too. All right. Therefore, these references will help you in order to go to the particular chapter, okay, particular chapter in the book for the grammar. So, this book particularly in class 9 and 10, the prescribed book is Rain and Martin. So, if you have not purchased it till now, so it is better that you purchase the book and accordingly you prepare. So, you can see. So, I will be giving you the assignment also. The assignment also will be from Rain and Martin, and some other extra additional assignment also I will give, and you will have to do it on regular basis, so that you can be very expert and you can do well in this exam, and more particularly you can also face your competitive exams very bravely and beautifully. So, now let us go to the basic of the active and passive. Now, suppose I am writing here now. First, in this sentence you see, so I have written Corvette killed the tiger. In this sentence you will see, first you will have to decide what voice is there. So, in order to know that, you will have to see the position of the verb, you will have to see the tense of the verb, then you will be very clear about it. Therefore, you see Corvette is the speaker, it is the subject. It is the subject or the doer, D-O-E-R, doer. Now, the acting word or the verb here is killed. This is the verb. Now, what is the tense of this verb? This is the simple past, means the second form of the verb. Therefore, Corvette killed the tiger. You see the tiger, this is the object. Therefore, this verb is the transitive verb and it is having the object the tiger. Therefore, we can beautifully change, we can very easily change this sentence from active to passive. Therefore, I am writing here active voice here, active voice. So, we will have to transform it into passive voice now. Now, let me change the color. So, I am changing the color now. The tiger, this is the subject and this is the verb. Now, we will do, you see, we are writing just like the cross multiplication, okay, way we are writing. So, now this subject will be the object here, this will be the object, that means the correlate will come here, and before that what will come? By will come, and now this object into the active voice, this will be the subject. Therefore, you are writing here the tiger. You are writing here the tiger. Now, in order to transform active voice to the passive voice, the object of the active voice will have to be made the subject. The subject of the active voice will have to be made the object here, and then you see the verb. The verb is in the past tense. Therefore, original verb was kill. This was the verb in the present. Verb in original or form number 1. Verb in past tense or form number 2 will be killed. Verb number 3 will be same like past tense, it will be killed. Verb number 3 or past participle, and past participle, this is a third form. This third form is what is very important for us in order to change it from active to passive, my dear children. Therefore, this thing you will have to keep in mind while changing the voice. Therefore, in the passive form, so this is the verb form now. So, in the verb form, this will be PPT form of the verb kill is killed, second form and third form is same, and before that what will come? There will be to be verb, to be verb will be there. Now, to be verb, here you see that the tense of the verb, this is in past tense. Therefore, we will have to go to these are two forms, either was or were. To be verb, was or were. Now, whether it will be was or were, now we see the subject. There will be agreement, or in other word it is called concord, CONCORD, concord or agreement between the subject and the verb, subject and the verb. Therefore, the tiger is singular, and here you see was is singular, where is plural. Therefore, it will go by this one. That means it will be taking singular be verb. Therefore, the tiger was killed by corvette. This is your answer. Have you got, my dear children? So, this is the basic form, and in order to answer it, as you have seen, these are the different ways you can change it. So, now we will be going to another form, and that form many times leads to lot of confusion, because you see, when you are changing or transforming one sentence to another form, like affirmative to negative, then also what is needed? Your basic of the grammar, like the auxiliary verb is very much needed. Say for example, I am talking, So, he is a boy, very simple sentence, he is a boy. You want to make it negative. Then after the auxiliary, if you are putting not, then it will be negative. He is not a boy. Now, when there is a no auxiliary, then what you will have to do? You will have to take the help of the do verb. Do verb, how many forms are there? There are 3 forms: do, does, did. That will I will talk in another chapter, okay, about how to transform sentence from assertive to interrogative or to negative, from affirmative to negative, from affirmative to interrogative. In this way, we will change it. Changing also, there are 2 different rules, like changing with the change of meaning, changing without the meaning, without the changing of the meaning. That we will have to see very clearly, then only our understanding will be clear. Now, my dear children, I will see some of the examples we will see now. So, let us see. Before going to the example, it is better that we go for another model where we can see the passive form in the interrogative sentence. Passive form in the interrogative sentence. Let us see one example. So, here let us work out the example. The same example I will be writing here. Suppose the sentence was in the earlier one, the transitive verb was killed and the subject was Corbett. The full sentence was Corbett killed the tiger. So, when you are changing this one into interrogative, the form will be, my dear children, you see the form is Corbett killed the tiger. This is the affirmative sentence. Affirmative, full I cannot write here. This affirmative, simple A I am writing here, means affirmative. So, I now am making it interrogative. So, interrogative I can make it in this manner. This is a past tense, therefore, did will come in order to make it interrogative. Therefore, you are writing did, and after that you will have to go to the object. You will have to go to the subject part. Did Corbett. Now, here you see, as did is there, then this will be in the present tense. Many times we commit a mistake here. We are changing this one, did Corbett, then here also we are writing the past form. It becomes very redundant or unnecessary. Therefore, we will have to know it very well that when we are transforming from affirmative to interrogative or to negative, okay, negative, then we will have to see that the verb is in the original form, the verb is in the first form, the verb is in the present form. That is to be taken care of. Therefore, this sentence will be, did Corbett kill the tiger? This is the sentence, and the question mark will be there, okay, and we are talking about the voice, okay. Therefore, this is the active voice, okay. In the active voice, the sentence is, did Corbett kill the tiger? Now, we will change the color. Let us go for red color. Now, we will be writing here. You see, the tiger here is like the earlier occasion. Tiger will come first, okay. Tiger will come first. Now, the question arises, If I am directly putting tiger into the first, will my question will be correct? Will my question be correct? No. Why? Because this will be interrogative. Active voice is an interrogative. Active voice is a question. Therefore, passive voice also will be a question. Therefore, in order to make it a question, what will be there? What will be there? You will have to go by the to be verb. So, the to be verb are, how many to be verbs are there? 3 are there in the past tense. As we are talking about the past tense here, therefore, there are 3 was, okay. There are 3. There are 2 and this 2 are was and where, 3 was in the present form. Therefore, we will have to go either by was or where. Therefore, as now see the tiger is a singular, therefore was will come, was tiger. And after that you go to the third form, PPD of the verb kill, was the tiger. Then you see the killed, was the tiger killed. Okay, kill is written already. Kill is written already. Written already. Killed was the tiger. Dice missing here. Let me write it here. Was the tiger killed by Corbett? Question mark. Now, in practical filter, let us see whether this by Corbett is necessary or not. So, in the passive form, who has done it is either assumed or not needed. What is needed is what is the action being done, who did it, that is not actually the matter, that is not so important. Therefore, we should not, in practical field, when we are making it passive, particularly in the interrogative form of the sentence, we need not write this subject which becomes the object in the passive form. I suppose it is very clear to you. Is it clear? Then now let us go to some of the examples here. So, the change of the pronoun here is important. So, these are the changes of the pronoun. I will be me, and before that by will come into the passive form. This is the active form, this is the passive form. We, us, before that by. By is compulsory in the passive. You, he, him, she, her, it, they, them. These are the passive form. Let us see this part. So, this is a simple present. He kills a snake. He kills a snake. He kills a snake. Here you see this is a present simple tense. Therefore, it is kills. The passive form will be a snake is killed by him. Simple past, he killed a snake. A snake was killed by him. Simple future, she will write a letter. Passive, a letter will be written by her. Present progressive or present continuous, she is singing a song. Then the answer will be a song is being sung by her. So, these are the ways you can change the voice from active to passive. So, when we will be doing the practice, tense wise you will be doing the practice, then your practice will be finally be perfect, and you will be learning the art of how to change from active to passive or from passive to active. Say for example, now past perfect. When past perfect is there, many times our children, they confuse what is the present perfect and past perfect. Perfect is means completion. At the time of speaking, the work is completed. Therefore, perfect is used. Now, when there is a present perfect, either have been, okay, or has been will be compulsory in the passive. When it is in the past tense, like he had done the work, there is past perfect. In the passive form, had been will be compulsory. I suppose it is clear. Let us see one example from here. She had already cooked the food. She had already cooked the food. Therefore, you will see the food is the object. This will come first, the food. Had cooked, that means it will be had been cooked. Had been cooked. Therefore, already is there, in between we will be putting already. The food had already been cooked by, she is there, then it will be her. The food had already been cooked by her. Let us see the last example of this category, and then we will be going to another form like imperative sentence, how to change from active to passive. Let us go for future perfect tense. Future perfect means in the future something will be done. By tomorrow I will have completed the sum. Means by tomorrow some assignment of the sum is given, and you hope that by tomorrow 10:30 a.m. I will complete. Means my work will be completed. Then in that particular sense, future perfect is used. Means in the future a particular time is set, and before that time the work will be over or completed. So, let us see. He will have received the letter before you reach there. So, in this particular case you will see that there are two verbs here. Receiving is one verb, reaching is one verb, and this is one act is done earlier compared to the other, and in that case the future perfect is used. Therefore, this is the future perfect. He will have received the letter. This is the future perfect. Therefore, your answer will be the letter will have received by him before you reach there. So, now let us come to the imperative type of sentence. That means, when you are talking about the voice change, then you have to know a lot of things. You have to know the sentence structure, you have to know the verb form, you have to know the auxiliaries, all these things you have to know. Therefore, now it is imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? Imperative sentence is that particular sentence that actually implies the command or request or entreaty. Implore, I-M-P-L-O-R-E, implore means earnest request, हाथ जोड़ के जो request करना. Therefore, here you see what is the rule by which you can change this type of sentence from active to passive. Shut the door, okay, shut the door. Somebody is told to shut the door. So, in this case you will see the type of this sentence, shut the door, the verb is in the first, and the last we see the object, shut the door, verb followed by the object. So, in that case what you will have to do? You will write what? On the basis of the sense. What is the sense here? So, it is the order, sense of order or command. Therefore, you will be writing, you are ordered You are ordered to shut the door. To shut the door. Now, suppose the sentence is this one, light the lamp. Light the lamp. So, in that case, what you will have to do? You will have to introduce one let in the beginning of the sentence, and then you will have to write what? After let, you will bring the object in the first part, make the subject, and then you will be writing the verb form in the passive. Light the lamp will be let the lamp be lighted. Let the lamp be lighted. Therefore, my dear children, I suppose your understanding of this active and passive voice is complete, and we hope to clear the doubt in future by taking more classes on different grammar parts, so that we can correlate and learn it for better. With this, let us conclude. Thanks to all.